All right, let's see if we can get all this stuff to fit on one screen here and try to demonstrate for you. I don't have access to URC or to, I guess, URC Accelerator or whatever, or Crestron or anything like that in order to be able to send these commands. So the application I use to validate commands is called Postman. This is available. I think it's just postman.com. It's pretty easy to get, and you don't even need to log into it or have an account or anything. You just download it and run it. So we have the little kind of command paper that we published for sending commands to the DPA 102 PM, but we know that those commands also work on the other amplifiers. I do have a DPA 602 physically here in my office. You can see that it's responsive to control through the web interface. So let's go ahead and try to send it a couple commands. The first thing I'll do here is I'll click on plus to create a new command, and I'm going to go ahead and type in the URL of, the IP address of that amplifier. So http://192.168.1.19 / and then I'm literally just going to use this first input channel 1 mute here. So we'll just go ahead and type that in. So that's the first one, and we know that that's supposed to mute channel 1. So I'm going to move this guy down out of the way a little bit, and we should be able to see channel 1, whether or not it's going to be muted. And I'm going to scroll over here. Kind of hard juggling this on a single screen, but that's the only way I could get this to record for you. Otherwise, it's going to be spread across multiple screens. So you can see that literally all I did was just tell it it's a get command, and I typed in this. I didn't have to tell it anything about the headers or anything like that. Because this stuff is auto-generated by Postman. And I'm not sure that really they matter too much for a get command. So I'm just going to hit send. And I sent that, and you can see over here that it has muted. So success, we're good. And we also know that the next one, of course, for unmuting channel 1 is the same thing, just 49 as the value. So I'll just type in a number 9 there, and I'll hit send, and that should unmute us. And there we go. You see that it unmuted that as well. So easy enough. Hopefully you'll be able to download Postman and validate this yourself, and then kind of figure out what the difference is between this and the environment you're working in. Next thing we'll do is the post command. Those are a little bit more interesting. So we'll click post. I'm going to get rid of this superfluous stuff on here, and we're going to change that to, I think that's slider.cgi, right? Yeah, slider.cgi. So that's going to be so we got that on there. The next thing we'll do is under parameters, I don't have to do anything. Under auth, I do have to tell it that it's going to be basic authentication, and that's admin and admin. It's going to default put those in because it just assumes you're probably going to be starting with something that's straight out the box. So admin and admin, and that happens to be what my DPA 602 is. And instead of here, it shows that you have to convert it to base 64 when sending the auth. Well, in the case of this, Postman automatically does that. It automatically converts basic auth to base 64. But of course, if your environment doesn't, then you'll have to convert it yourself. There are converters on the internet for that all day long, so I think you'll be able to figure that one out. Anyways, the next thing we'll have to do is we'll go into the body of it, and the body of it is where we're going to put in this x2 value. And we're not actually typing in, of course, x2. We're typing in the actual value that we want it to be. And so I think that this is, if I'm not mistaken, this is going to be form data, or maybe it's just, yeah, it's raw text. So we're just going to do raw text in there, and I'll do I gain 0 equals, we'll do -0.4 for that. So that's been added in there. And you can see under here that now it has automatically changed my content type to text/plain. The content length value is automatically going to get generated. I'm not sure if there's a way in here to make it show me that, but we'll see if maybe it does. We'll go back into body, and I'm just going to send this as it is. So I'll click send, and you can see it shows success. And you can see over here on this that it did move that up to a value that looks like it's probably about -4. Just to kind of validate that, I'm going to do -34, and we should see that move quite a bit. I'll hit send. Yeah, and so you see that that bounced down to there. Or if I do value 0, which should be full scale, we'll click send, and it goes all the way up to full scale. So we can see that that got sent there. I'm not sure if this will let us see what the actual headers are on that. It shows us headers, but you can see that it gives us this so-called, calculated when response is sent. I'm not sure if there's a way to make it show us the header in there. Does it show us the? Yeah, it just shows us this. It doesn't actually show us what the size of it is. So I'm not sure if that's going to be helpful, but what you can do with this, if you'd like, is to download Postman or something like it and see if you can get the same stuff to function for you as I have here. And hopefully you'll be able to use that plus your existing knowledge of the environment you're working in to kind of figure out where it's not working correctly for you. I hope this has been helpful for you, and I apologize that I'm not really very good at doing in-depth support for this type of stuff. I just don't have experience with URC or with Crestron, nor licenses to do so. But between the two of us, maybe we can make this work. So, thanks.